Hey YouTube, I just gotta keep talking about these kids. That's a picture of me. That's a picture of me. I had to put something up there so I could keep talking. Anyway, push subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Um, push the thumbs up and push the bell if you want notifications. Yeah, come on and ride with a girl. So anyway, I just can't get these kids out of my head. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't get the I want to say I'm going to call them classic and sincere instead of Orwin or Orin and Orson because first of all, I want to say if I adopted two boys and I didn't give birth to them and they already had names when I got them that they had been called for at least a year, I would not rename them. That should have been a red flag right there. Because why would you do that? Why would you rename the kids? Let me save this. I'm going to save this. I don't know if that's going to keep coming up there or not because it's kind of. But why would you rename them? That is just no. Like your adopted father. No, that's a no. That's weird in itself. I would never do that. They already used to being called classic and sincere. Why would I rename them? Wouldn't you think that that would cause kids a little bit of trauma if you just say, that's not your name no more. Your name is Orin and Orson. That's what you answer to. That's some bullshit. That's bullshit right there. That's how you should know those are some bullshit people. Okay, so let's just get down to the nitty-gritty again because I'm not through talking about this. We're gonna figure this shit out. We gotta find these kids. I don't know who need $80,000, but somebody need to go claim the $80,000 so we can find these kids. But the best thing to do, I mean, I watch a lot of court TV. I watch a lot of A&E. And when you get those people in that little room, I'm sorry, you guys, that keeps doing that because I keep pushing it. When you get these people in those little rooms and start questioning them, and then maybe put them in jail for a couple of weeks for at the least, child endangerment. At the least. Sorry, I'm listening to something on the outside of my door. But anyway, that's when people start opening up because they get scared. Go get one of those cops from those detectives from A&E. Let them let them have at it. I don't just think they're putting enough pressure on these parents. So listen, this is what I believe, and I believe that this is true. That them parents, this is so hood of me pushing that like that, and that thing keeps coming down over my face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. But this is what I really believe, and I keep saying it. They got in over their head. They did. Some people are just so money hungry that they'll do any fucking thing. They will. They will sell their soul to the devil. That's how money hungry people are. That makes no sense at all. And then you have enough balls to make a plan to kill these kids. But see, I'm going to tell you something, because I used to be married to somebody that was in the military. They say that he used to be in the military. And I don't know if he's ever gotten deployed or whatever, but I'm going to tell you something about soldiers getting deployed. They don't have a problem with killing. No, they don't. They don't have a problem with executing somebody. Man, woman, children, they don't care. They go over there with a job to do, and they have to do it, and they will do it. So that doesn't surprise me that he did something to those kids. That doesn't surprise me at all. But you know what? For some reason, I think that fucking ringleader was that big head bitch he got. I think that bitch was the ringleader. I really do. Because how you gonna let him kill these kids? I bet you she could have stopped him from doing that. She could have stopped him from killing those kids. It was her. I think she was the ringleader in all this bullshit. I think she's the one that said, "Hey, this is becoming too much for me. We're arguing and da 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 da, and I ain't gonna be able to do this, and I'm not staying in this relationship." Cause guess what? Those are their kids. They adopted them. Those are their kids now. One parent leaves, and guess what? Somebody gonna be paying some fucking child support. Mm-hmm. Somebody is going to be paying child support. And another thing, I noticed about that dude, Trezell, he think he all that. He do. He think he all that. He ain't shit. You little, you little tweezle. Don't he look like a little weasel? He thinks he's all that. And he wants to be like his brother. You guys know his brother is the president or something of NAACP. And don't quote me on that, because I don't know if he's the president, but I know he works for the NAACP in Washington, D.C. And see, I thought they said Washington, so I was just going by that. So I was typing I was sending messages to everybody. I was like, give me an address or a phone number or something, because I live in Washington. Because I was about to knock on his shit. What the fuck is going on? But then they said it was Washington, D.C., and I was like, oh, okay, he off the hook, because I don't live in Washington, D.C. So this is some bullshit, you guys. We gotta find these kids. We cannot let these motherfuckers get away with this shit. We can't. We cannot let them get away with this, because they figured that this was going to be the perfect plan. The perfect plan. They was like, yeah, they already had that planned out, you guys, before they got to that house. They already had this shit planned out before they got to this fucking house. Those kids didn't make it to that house. But I don't think it was too much I think it was in this. I think they died in December. Not December. No, no, no. Let me take that back. I think they died before they moved to that house. And like maybe a week before they moved to that house, I think those kids, they did something to those kids. I do. And I think they're buried somewhere. I really do. I think they buried somewhere. And I don't think they would be buried in that dry ass California city. Cause do you guys know how hard it is to dig a hole? I'm sorry that's doing that, you guys. But do you guys know how hard it is to dig a damn hole in the desert? It's hard. But I think he got rid of them before he went to that house because I think that he didn't want to take them to that house because they wanted like a new start when they got over there to that house. They wanted a new start. They didn't want to bring the two little ones. And I think that bitch is pregnant. Yeah, I think she's pregnant. I think she's pregnant. And I think that she was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. And you need to figure this out before I leave you and get child support for all these fucking kids. Because I'm not going to be able to do this shit. That's what I think. And so they got, and I think there's somebody else involved. I think they went and talked to somebody and got somebody else involved in this shit and helped them dispose of these kids. It's some grimy motherfuckers out there, you guys. It's some grimy ass motherfuckers. Some low life, dirty, grimy ass motherfuckers in this world. There is. So I would not be surprised if there was another person involved in this shit. Some motherfuckers will do anything for some fucking cash. And these people just seem so unconcerned about these two kids being missing. This bitch talking about she's she when they told her that the bio mom thinks that she had something to do with it. She said, um, she was like, yeah, that's okay. Like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, I would think the same thing. What did she say? Oh, it's understandable. No, bitch. Fuck that. If that was me and the motherfucker said, yeah, I think you had, no, bitch, I know the fuck I didn't. I would have had some kind of, no, I would never do that to a child. I mean, something. Oh, that's understandable. And him. Oh, I would think so too. I would have thought the same thing. Yeah, I bet you would have. I wish, I wonder what, and God forbid, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, God forbid, if something would happen to your biological, your blood, since you don't got no feelings about nothing else, like we all do, if something happened to your child, God forbid, how would you really respond to that? Because I don't see no, I mean, they just look like they don't give a fuck. I'm glad they gone. I don't give a fuck. That's how they look. And they don't want people to be throwing rocks at their windows and posting posters up on their front porch. Yeah, 'cause we tired of motherfuckers getting them in front of the camera talking about, oh, I want my baby. I just want them home. Oh, I mean, people do this shit every day. We see this shit all the time. We know the symptoms. We know them fucking symptoms.